So what's the difference between the Biddy Tarot Deck and the Everyday Tarot Deck? Well, in this video, I reveal the unique features and the intentions behind each deck so you can determine which one aligns best with your tarot practice. Now, whether you're a seasoned tarot reader or maybe you're just starting out, this video will provide value, insight, and guidance in choosing the right tarot deck for you. So grab your favorite beverage, get comfy, and let's dive in. Okay, so the first thing you're going to notice, the difference is definitely in the size of these decks. So Everyday Tarot is a beautiful mini tarot deck, and then the Biddy Tarot Deck is a larger size that typically fits in your hand type of deck. So let's also have a look at the box because the box style is also quite different. So Everyday Tarot, we've got this cute little magnetic piece. And it opens up, you've got cards inside, plus the little guidebook in here. That's that one. And then the Biddy Tarot deck has got this cute little box with a little swoosh, just like that. There we go. Now, also, let's take a look at the guidebooks inside of the decks. So in the Biddy Tarot deck, we have the guidebook here. It's 88 pages long. And inside, what you'll find is there are upright keywords, reversed keywords, plus a description of what the card means. And then my favorite thing is having the reflection question as well. So I've just opened it up to the Tower, great card to open up to. And the question is, what radical shifts and unexpected changes are you experiencing right now? So it's a really great way to deepen your connection with the tarot cards. Now, let's take a look inside the Everyday Tarot deck as well, and I'll show you the guidebook. So it just slides out. It's a little bit more mini because it's a mini deck. And let's see, in the Tower, we have in here short meanings for upright and reversed cards as well. So you pretty much got everything that you need there to get you started with interpreting your tarot deck. So you'll notice that the cards are a little bit different in their design style. So some of the cards you notice in Two of Cups for the Biddy Tarot deck, it's very much true to the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck. And then equally with the Everyday Tarot deck, you'll notice this card in particular is quite similar to the Rider-Waite-Smith. But let me show you where things go a little bit different. So Biddy Tarot deck on the Page of Wands, you'll see again, very similar to that Rider-Waite-Smith style. But in the Everyday Tarot deck, you'll see that it's got a little bit more of a creative spin on it. So we had all of the court cards in the wands, like more of this Egyptian style. So you notice a little bit of a difference there. And even have a look at the Devil with both of these cards. So there is, again, similarities, but also differences. So here are a few more comparisons and examples just so you get a flavor for both. So there's our 10 of Cups and here's the Temperance cards. What you might also notice that is in Biddy Tarot deck, we have the faces are typically facing forward, whereas in Everyday Tarot, you'll never find a forward-facing face, which is really interesting. And in both decks, though, we have no expressions on the faces. And this is really so that you can let your intuition shine and play a role in your tarot reading. And here's the final one with the Judgment card. And you can see, again, those similarities and differences between the two. Now, the other thing you're probably noticing as I'm showing you these cards is the color palette difference. So in the Biddy Tarot deck, we've chosen more like softer pastels, definitely in that purple and blue, gold and green, or like the teal. So very similar to our Biddy Tarot branding. Whereas Everyday Tarot, we chose colors like the purple, the gold, and the white. So a 3-color scheme versus, actually, I don't even know how many colors we've got in the Biddy Tarot deck. There's definitely more than the 3. So again, this all comes down to personal preference and what really appeals to you visually. Now, I know many of you also are asking about, well, did you have the same artist? So with the Everyday Tarot deck, I worked closely with Eleanor Grosch and we created and designed the deck together. Well, she created all of the beautiful artwork and I directed some of that with her. And then with the Biddy Tarot Deck, we worked with our team of designers inside of Team Biddy to create the Biddy Tarot Deck. Now, a couple of other little differences, or actually similarities. I think we've got fairly similar cardstock. So you notice like when you bend, like they're both really good and sturdy, which is really nice. They've both got this nice matte finish. So it's got that little swoosh. I don't know if you can hear that nice little swoosh. I also want to show you the different backs just in case you're interested in that difference there. So we've got the Biddy Tarot logo with the Biddy Tarot Deck and also the different elements in the Everyday Tarot. And even the edges. So let me get my little messy decks together. But in the Biddy Tarot Deck, you might notice that nice purple metallic edge there. And then in with our Everyday Tarot Deck, we've got that nice gold, a little bit less metallic, but certainly got that nice presence there as well. Now, the other things that are different with these two decks is that the Everyday Tarot Deck, we publish that through Running Press, and it's got an amazing distribution. It's in Target, TJ Maxx, Urban Outfitters, and so on. And the Biddy Tarot Deck, this is a self-published deck. So you can access it through our Biddy Tarot website and on Amazon, and also some independent bookstores that sell tarot decks as well. So finally, you might be wondering, well, who is it designed for? Like, how does the Biddy Tarot Deck compare with the Everyday Tarot? Now, when I created both of these decks, I really had that intention to create two very modern, approachable, and accessible tarot decks. And that's certainly what both of them are. With the Everyday Tarot, it's great for beginners, as is the Biddy Tarot Deck, because when I designed these with the artists, it was very much about how do we create a deck that it's clear about the symbolism, that we can really simplify and amplify what's inside of all of these cards. So I think both of these decks are really great for beginners. And if you're an experienced tarot reader, I think both decks are really great in that way too. I particularly love the Biddy Tarot Deck for experienced readers because if you're reading for people that might not be used to tarot, or maybe they're new to tarot, it's much easier to show them, pictures that look very approachable, very accessible, and so on. So rather than having something that's quite like dramatic. It's a very similar thing with the Everyday Tarot as well. It's very easy on the eye and very easy to convey the messages in these tarot cards. So there you have it. That is the Biddy Tarot Deck versus the Everyday Tarot Deck. I absolutely love both, and I'm so happy to be able to share both with you. They're almost like little sister decks to each other, and I really do encourage you to bring both of these tarot decks into your tarot collection. So thank you so much. I hope that you love them as much as we do. And of course, you can click on the links below to purchase either or both of these tarot decks. Thank you and bye for now. Hey, if you loved this video, then make sure you check out this next video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.